Love you. When you know, you just know. It's as simple as that. It's a moment in time, and you don't know when it's going to happen, and it just kind of happens one day. Okay, I just set you guys on the tripod, which is way better than it was before, so I'm glad that I did that. By the way, my outfit, the pants and the zip-up hoodie is from my outfit online, and then the jumpsuit is from Davis Activewear. It's like shorts, but I put this over it. So, okay, so what I'm about to share, not everyone's going to resonate with, which is totally fine. Like, I'm so okay with that. I get it. But I just wanted to put that disclaimer before I started talking about this because, like I said, not everyone's going to resonate. But I do know, and I think we all know, that there's a lot going on right now and that people are going through a huge, huge transformation and transition right now. And I was on the freeway the other day. I was driving in traffic and I thought of this analogy, and I just wanted to share it with you guys because I just feel like this is just a great way of explaining the transition into the awakening, okay? So this is like the best way that I could put it for what I'm trying to convey, like what message I'm trying to convey. So think of a human being, right? Think of a soul, the spirit, the soul, reincarnating back into the third dimensional plane, which is planet Earth, right? Earth school. This is like a very hard level where good and evil coexist. But there's a lot of beauty here, and there's a lot of love here, and there's a lot of growth and lessons here, okay? So think of the soul being like a computer, and the computer has an iCloud. So this iCloud stores all the information. It has ancient knowledge, it has karma, it has generational curses, it has a lot of trauma that goes, ancestors, lineages down the line. It's very connected to you because that is think of your own personal iCloud. So you're reincarnated back into this planet, you're born, and then you're wiped out, right? The iCloud. Well, no, sorry, let me put it this way. The iCloud is not wiped out, but you've lost the password because it's like you're in a stage of amnesia, right? So you've forgotten the password, okay? So you're back onto this planet, but you still have an iCloud because this iCloud still has all of the information. But you can't access it because you forgot the password, right? So think of your iCloud having all this information and you know that it's there, but you just can't log on, okay? So I was thinking about this the other day, and I was thinking about how, hold on one second because the video is going to end, hold on. So I was thinking about how so many of you have like the first couple of numbers and letters to the password, right? And some of you have had it for many, many years since you were a child, because you've always known that there's something different, right? There's something different about you, and there's an understanding that you have, and you just know that there's just more, right? So I was thinking about how some of you guys have some of the password, but you just don't have that last digit, right? And there's like that one more digit that just opens everything up for you, right? Where you can see everything. And so we have two eyes to look, right? We have two eyes to look, physical, and then we have one to see. And then the one to see is the iCloud, okay? So the iCloud has, like I said, all of the ancient knowledge, and it's like a library with everything. It's the Akashic records, right? And so when you figure out the password and you finally get in, then you see everything, and then that's where the real work begins, right? So then you thought, oh my God, like it took so much to even get this password and to even get to this this iCloud, right? And obviously I'm using this as an analogy. And then you feel like you've done so much work to get there, but then when you open and you see what it is, you're like, oh my gosh, I got so much more work to do. Like this is just a new beginning. So The reason why I explain this is because I feel like after the recent events on our planet and everything that's going on, I feel like so many of you either just got that last digit to get into that iCloud, or just like the end of that password, or some of you just got in, right? You know what I'm saying? Because we're in a process, we're in a stage of the awakening right now. And so I just wanted to remind you that once you get into this iCloud, to not be afraid, because I promise that you were chosen to see it in the way that you do and to receive this information in the way that you are in this physical reality, and that your ancestors and your guides and your angels and the people that have passed that you truly love and that you're so connected to on the other side are there guiding you, and they're so excited for you. So just wanted to share that. But the reason why I say this is because I recently had my password given to me a couple of years ago, and I really do feel like I did choose to awaken pretty early. But I just wanted to remind you that do not be afraid, that, a lot is going to change. Hold on one second, because the video is going to end again. And then for those who are thinking, well, Catherine, I get what you're saying, and it's kind of making some sense, but, like, I don't get it. Like, how do I open my pineal gland? Like, what am I doing wrong? Like, why am I not getting there? Why can't I get in and log on to this iCloud? Like, what is going on? Like, why am I going through all this trials and tribulations? Like, why is life not reflecting how I feel inside? Like, why are things not, what am I not seeing? That's a perfect and great question. And the best way that I can explain this, because I've gone through this, is you are getting so many signs every single day, and it just might be that you're missing them, right? So when it comes to signs, when God is sending you things, you're not needing to look for them. Like, you don't have to look. Like, you are living in the present moment. You're living every moment like it's your last moment, and you're living in your truest, most present state, and then that's when you get the signs. I mean, God will literally send you signs. Like, he'll send you angels disguised as humans, and it could be at the grocery store, and someone says something to you, and it's like a key, right? And that might be just another letter or number to that password that I'm talking about. So right now you're collecting fragments every single day. It could be that maybe you traveled somewhere. Maybe you went to Italy. In Italy, the land there has a lot to do with maybe, an ancestor of yours or ancestors of yours that have a lot of trauma there, and now you've gone there and you've healed some of that within your ancestry line. So there's so many things that you can do, and that's what makes life fun and exciting and worth it, because you're on stage. Think of you being on stage because you're the mortal, right? You're in this physical third dimensional reality, and you get to experience and learn and heal. And how amazing is that you were chosen to be that person, right? That soul, to do that kind of work. Like, how incredible is it that you are the one that's alive, essentially, right? And we're infinite. I mean, we cannot be created nor destroyed. We are always evolving and evolving and evolving. But yeah, just wanted to put that out there, because I do really feel like a lot of you guys are going through a massive awakening right now, and I'm so excited for you. I know for me it was really hard. I didn't really have that many people, but yeah. And then pay attention to your dreams, because your dreams right now, oh my gosh, they're giving you so much. I love you. I definitely don't think that I'm always happy. There's days where I'm not having a good day, and I'm overly thinking about things, and I'm going through very difficult moments where I have no control over them, and so those moments can be really hard. But I will say that I am pretty consistent as far as my mood, because I apply the work. So one of the things that I do is listening to high frequency sound. That's really important. something 300 hertz or below can directly affect your mood in a very negative way. And so you really want to pay attention to the sound, the frequencies, the music that you're listening to, the people that you're having conversations with, the content that you're watching, the food that you're eating. So it's really important. I'm very conscious of that, and I think that that's really affected my life in a very positive way, but it took a long time for me to figure that out. When you know, you just know. It's as simple as that. It's a moment in time, and you don't know when it's going to happen, and it just kind of happens one day. And from that moment on, if you apply the actions, your entire life will change. And literally, it's as simple as that. It's like you don't know when that moment's going to come, but it'll happen. Just like that, literally like a siren. Just like that, like you'll just wake up one day and be like, okay, yeah, it's time. And maybe nothing really triggered it. It's just something that you know you need to do. And like I said, it's not something you can explain into words. It's something that you can only feel. And when it happens, take it, grasp it, sit with it, embody it, and move on. So now that I think about it, I never got into manifesting. Like, it wasn't something that I heard of and then I started getting into it. Like, as a child, I was manifesting at a very young age and didn't even know what that word meant. I never had heard it. But I think, like, when you're younger and you have all these dreams and aspirations and these goals, depending on how the people around you in your environment react to that is what allows you to stay in that purity and stay in that manifesting energy, right? So I think that, like, being raised by my father, because he was a single father when I first started growing up, he would hear me talk about certain things that I wanted to do, and he was very supportive, and I think that really allowed me to stay in that manifesting kind of energy. But I never, like, got into it. And then later on in life, in my adult life, when I realized that I had manifested every single thing that I wanted, I realized that it was something that I was applying naturally without, like, looking into it. It was just, like, a knowledge that I had inside me. But now that I know what it is and I understand it better and I see the bigger picture, now I know that meditation is actually the key to manifestation. Love you.